Should we be allowed to?
Goody. I mean, technically, no, we shouldn't be allowed to after that joke, but the audience is never going to know. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hello.
Oh, you said you were really good, Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Remember, if you die in the surgery, you can't sue. Oh, anyways, it's been a couple of weeks. I apologise for last week. I was working. I hate working bank holiday Mondays. They suck.
Yeah.
Keep cutting out.
Do I? No, microphone, behave.
I genuinely thought bank holidays was something you can eat. That's how long I've been working in retail for.
Tash, are you okay?
Am
I okay, Rogue? Am I okay?
Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
I managed to get out of this bank holidays. One bit probably does mean that I have to work Christmas, so I've been getting out of bank holidays throughout the year.
It is a bub.
Really the trade-off to work the Christmas.
I can't manipulate the fingers, but pick one.
The middle one.
Alright.
Congratulations, Catch.
Okay.
Well, cool.
Alright. Now, everyone who's listening to the stream, remember, if you subscribe, you can save people from working a job in retail.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Donate today and we can stop working in retail and customer service jobs.
Yes.
Every 5 seconds, a retail worker will break down in tears for some of the abuse and downright bullshittery that happens in retail.
Yes.
By giving just £3 a month, you too can save a retail worker from having another nervous breakdown.
Me and more.
What?
You've given me an idea now. I actually do just want to film an Oxfam donation style advert.
Yes.
You just VO and I will just go on Shutterstock and see what footage I can find.
I can.
Or you can come to B&Q and record.
No, because the paperwork would be immense. I'd see go on Shutterstock and just grab footage.
Yeah.
These clips that Tom were watching this weekend, the show Superstore, which I don't know is watched. It's basically like the American version of Trolleyed, and they have little vignettes in between scenes of things of people doing things in the supermarket, and it's every single time it's this has actually happened to me though.
Yeah, they're so relatable.
A child sat on the potty in the middle of an aisle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
I can do one better. I had a parent profusely apologise to me because their child just couldn't hold it in, and they actually got one of the paint kettle bucket things and had the child pee in that.
No.
But they did
buy the bucket, in all fairness. So I mean, not that it made it any better, but
yeah, but this is the clips of the things that they show in between the scenes on Superstore, and just every single time it's we laugh, but this is real. It's actually
You have to laugh or you'd cry.
But but then again, when I eventually get to the UK side, we need to film some freaking awesome sketches or something.
Are you suggesting that we make an actual music video?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, I don't know whether we'd actually have to make up a song ourselves or maybe enter it for Christmas #1, but...
Oh,
no. I'll say, count me out of that one. And they make me cringe.
No. Oh god. Only... It was enough you mentioned Christmas.
it's too early.
It is.
Come on, some people are composing Christmas #1 things in January before the next year or something. Don't tell me that. Don't do it.
We've had Christmas cards we've had Christmas cards since April.
See?
We go for 2 months out of the year without like Christmas cards, and that's because they sell out in the sale.
What is this abomination of nature?
In fairness, running a kitchen is like the Christmas menu is ready now, so people can actually start ordering and like start getting stuff in.
Yeah, and like for me, it just if you even nowadays it seems that if you even mention Christmas, it starts all automatically play in my head the Mariah Carey song.
It defrosts Mariah Carey's ice prison just a little bit more.
The more it's mentioned, the sooner she comes out of deep freeze hibernation. But we're not going to talk about Mariah Carey. We're going to talk about some D&D.
Yes.
And Michael Bublé defrosting from.
Shush.
Oh God! Why does that remind me of the Family Guy sketch?
Quiet, you.
If we go any longer, I'm going to start telling the weird stories from working at this.
This is
So
this is a skinny packing product.
So last time, you bunch of misfits had escaped from Verilanium, where a bunch of cultists worshipping Evanrath had attacked you and tried to assassinate the Dragonborn Emperor. Their assassination attempt failed, but sadly it did summon a shade of Evanrath to envelop a good chunk of the Empire. But you guys, being mighty heroes, made a valiant escape on your airship.
It's called an expeditious retreat. We've discussed this.
The fact that the wizard can't cast Expeditious Retreat.
Like the
Okay, look, I only have so many spells that I can put in my notebook at any one time. Like, I've got the most efficient brain volume capacity in the party. You make my brain bigger, I will prepare more spells!
Excuse you, what about Tig's got a pretty good brain on her shoulders?
Yeah, but her head is physically bigger! That's my point! You give me Foxy's skull! Sorry, give me Rex's skull! I'd be casting level 10 spells!
So I have this image of like this being animated and me trying to give like a wonderful narration intro, and it's just Emma breaking the fourth wall, waving his spell book.
Yeah.
But he's got it fully tabbed out, so he has like first level cantrips, first level, second level, third level, fourth level.
Eppa, are you alright? Are you done breaking the fourth wall?
Look, I get to do it every once in a while. I get to do it first sometimes.
Oh, how did he ever become a first class funny in his head?
I mean, breaking the fourth wall is no trivial matter. Like, it's fragile and can tear apart the fabrics of reality if you're not careful.
Oh, that has to be a 7th level bard spell. Break the fourth wall.
Is that going to be the next campaign? It's not the elemental planes are broken, it's the fourth wall's breaking.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm going to make you guys do an ARG instead.
Is it where we get to decide, like, okay, on a scale of 0 to 20, how charismatic are we in real life?
I don't know, I've somehow snuck into Finland and America and have like a treasure trail that will lead to eventually you all meeting in one place at a very specific time.
Maybe.
Like, we're talking Prometheus levels of pre-arrangement in Chaos.
Yes.
I like chaos.
We've been watching it, it's a good series. If you haven't watched it yet, go and watch it, it's damn good. Teaches you Greek mythology without teaching you Greek mythology.
It's on my list.
Yes. Good.
So you made
one more thing.
Go on.
I actually have gone down the rabbit hole again and started watching Futurama again.
Yay!
Also, hi, Stabjoy. I forget. Oh god, adverts. There we go. There we are. Silly adverts.
Yeah, fun fact by the way, if you subscribe, you don't get to see adverts.
That's true.
Anyway, so you guys made your valiant expeditious retreat back across the plains, across the ocean, to go find ways of fixing the planes, at which point you found a potential tear in the plane of water. You're still going to figure out a way to breathe underwater, as in if you can cast Life Bubble or anything like that. But you remember that you could summon a Kraben, which you summoned and defeated. You gained his boon, which is the ability to breathe underwater for the next week.
Kraven, better watch out for the next time. Next time, we won't be so gentle.
Turn it
That
into
was,
crab sticks.
That was like the how to say it.
A snappy situation.
Bedroom esque gentleness from our part for them.
I mean, we did make it snappy, and he did get a little crabby. I mean,
Yes.
Look, the next time you fight the Kraben, the backing music will be Ruthlessness.
that would be dope.
Yes! Yes! I still need to listen to the new album. Don't tell me anything.
I have a small complaint with the Wisdom Saga, but that's a tiny one. Anyway, so with that done, you have now dived underwater. Immediately you started from 100 feet up, you idiots.
Look,
Mhm.
look.
You need to make your intentions clear, otherwise the DM will assume order of operations. But you
Look,
have
we
success. Go on.
The DM want to see whatever makes the DM giggle.
And we did deal with the Kraben, so our brains are probably a little muddled from all that.
But in any case, you do successfully get yourselves down to the bottom of the ocean, wherein you see a couple of Merrow, a couple of merfolk, and a Merid, a water genie.
Does this mean that we get to make wishes to our heart's content?
God no.
Oh.
You have to trap a genie in a lamp.
Oh.
Exactly, you have to convince me it's a good idea to get in the lamp. Yes,
Turn the lamp.
the water genie voice is back, everybody.
It is. Yes.
Oh god, this is a thing?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, the previous campaign, they were collecting genies.
Yes.
So I had to do
Right.
4 genie voices in the end. And I
Yeah.
think I settled on this for the water genie. I'll cut my nose and let me jowls go loose. It's great.
Water genie has lisp, but good to know.
Either way.
Either way, boys and girls, what would you like to do?
Right. Who would... I mean, as much as I would love to lead diplomatic things, I think with Tink's crown of translation and better communication, I'd say she... And being a fellow sea creature, I'd say that they would gravitate more towards her than any of us. But just in case you do need a bit of inspiration, I'm more than happy to telepathically give you some.
I mean, I don't mind. What are we doing down here?
We see a tear in the plane of water, and then
Indeed.
maybe investigating it.
Like, remember when we went to the Earth plane? It's like that, but underwater.
Yeah, I get that. But, I mean, where are we actually going and who are we speaking to translate?
This guy.
I haven't got anything open, so... Because
There is
Oh.
a mermaid and 2 big
Crash.
monster guys and 2 little guys. All around a hole in reality. And a lot of coral.
It is a very pretty sea map.
Yeah.
Sadly, the time to TTP was absolutely huge.
So yeah, under the sea.
And the
yeah, I'll translate whatever.
fantastic. In that case, then, let's go and have a chat with these fellas and lasses.
I'm just looking forward to the attempt by Das to strut in water.
He's strutting through water. Like,
Ooh, I actually like the sound of that. That's trying to strut. It's like, hang on.
I forgot about water resistance.
Fusion's all motion are very efficient in water.
That just makes me think of Theresa May's entrance to Dancing Queen.
God. We don't need to think about that.
Oh dear. I brought up flashbacks, everyone.
Oh, repress the second Maggie Thatcher. Okay.
Dancing Queen in the scene, only 17.
I would threaten you, but you enjoy it.
Tig, please save us.
Anyways, as you guys approach,
Yes.
two of the Marrow swing round defensively holding. Do they have spears? The DM can't remember. Do they have spears? Let me have a look. Show me their character sheets, you.
Sons of Guns.
Yes. The question, they have harpoons. Like spears, but thrown.
Right. Okay.
Poach, surface dweller.
I will telepathically say to Tink, alright, translate this. And I will say out loud, Greetings, creatures of the plane of water. I am King Captain Das, Big Claw of the plane of air, specifically Kumo. So just Kumo, but in the plane of air. And we have come here to investigate what appears to be a tear in the reality of the plane of water, as we have done many months ago with the plane of air as well as the plane of earth.
Please translate it to something completely different.
These are my compatriots. They're all with me. Yeah, carry on.
That's right. I'm just pointing out this one hops up on the top to try and get a bit of advantage. We are aware of Kumo. We welcome a lord of the elements.
Well, I mean, technically king, but you know what? A lord can extend my title a bit.
At which point they turn away from you to speak to the mirror. They speak in Aquan, which Tink can understand. So to you, it sounds like someone gargling. For Tink, it's like, oh, interesting. They're turning around to the mirror and go, my lord, a lord of the plane of air has come. Perhaps this is a chance to strike an arrangement. At which point the two mermaids begin throwing sand, just to, almost like rose petals. And you are greeted by the Merid, who is fishy-faced, dressed in fine silks, although down here they look very sodden and damp. He has fingers adorned in rings. It's more rings than fingers, you're fairly certain. And I welcome you, the Lord of Kumo.
Wow, whoa, welcome. Like, wow. I'm quite impressed, really. Yes, and thank you for thank you for welcoming us into the plane of water. Yes,
This is not the plane of water. We are deep beneath the Azulon Sea. Behind me, and he gestures behind him, and you can see the tear in reality. Where you can actually see water flowing through, but it's not flowing in, it's flowing out. Like the current is exiting the void.
Ew.
Behind me sits my personal palace in the plane of water.
Oh,
We have opened a chair to expand our influence.
Wait. hold up. Right.
Oh.
So you tore like into the plane. So you went from the plane of water to here.
Correct.
Why?
To expand our domain. The planes are currently encroaching on the prime material, so we thought we'd get ahead.
Huh.
One moment.
I thought.
Yeah.
Epi's just like looking at that and just like, I thought the whole thing was like the elemental planes were collapsing, not that they were invading.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well, unless I heard wrong.
Eppa, go ahead and just give me an Arcana check really quick.
Okay. That's a 23.
Can
Yes,
I roll Arcana?
if you wish.
Okay.
I did ask Eppa, but you can roll anyway. Feel included. But Eppa, you are aware that that yes, the planes are collapsing. They could either collapse in on themselves, or they can collapse into something. And it seems like the plane of water is going to be collapsing into the material plane.
Rex has kicked my ass.
Yeah. You both have the same thought, whilst he mentions the plane is collapsing and they're just coming in to get ahead and get some foothold. Oh, I also forgot how much it hurts to do the Water Genie voice.
Yeah.
Because there's no deep growls keeping everything loose, it hurts.
Rex, does that mean that we're going to have to push them back in?
Yes.
It does? Oh, poop.
And I telepathically, I mean, am I within earshot to hear that? Because if I am, I can telepathically message to Eppa. I mean, or we could, if he's a bit of a douche nozzle, kind of take his part of the kingdom. I mean, since I'm already a king of Kumo, I mean, one of you is more than welcome to take that.
Epi just points at Tink.
I mean, logical choice, obviously.
Our only one that can natively breathe down here. And I assume in the elemental plane of water.
There you go. You can show... And I telepathically messaged Tink. There you go, Tink. You can show your daddy like you're more than just like an inventor, and you can show that shit show of a like teacher, like what you're really made of.
Mm-hmm.
He's still like pissed off about that, by the way.
I know. Daz really is annoyed about that.
Oh yeah.
Das is secretly the best Disney princess sidekick.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Eppa's gonna try and speak in primordial. I don't imagine it's gonna translate very well. It's like trying to speak to someone in the slightly wrong language, like trying to speak Dutch to a German.
It's like pigeon accent.
Just to check, you're the Lord of what? Your palace is where?
He focuses for a second, like he's clearly understood you, he's just trying to work out what... Kind of like how the Latin and Romantic languages all have that weird verbiage to them. For those of you that remember doing like French with like the verb chart.
Yeah.
Conjugation, baby.
Yeah.
He's like, my palace lies within Aegea. But a masterful domain, I might say.
Well. So you mentioned something about an arrangement.
Oh yes, my lord. I would be honoured if we would enter an alliance. Aegir and Kubo here on the prime material plane would be an unstoppable powerhouse. We control the sea, you can control the sky.
I would like to discuss the options with my consorts. One moment, and I will turn and goes. I'm guessing.
Yeah, whispering's not being picked up on the mic, by the way.
I'm guessing we'll have to push them. You know, find some way to push them back into the thing, and yeah.
Honestly, it's a refreshing change of pace. Normally, we're having to be really nice to people, but now we could just wreck their shop.
I mean, yes, okay. There's like 5 of us and then 5 of them, but I have a horrible feeling we don't know what they're really capable of, and we are facing against another lord.
That's
What?
You can't hold up your end of such an alliance.
I
Who
know.
is basically a floating cluster of rock.
I know.
We'd need like 30 more of the Dreadclaw.
I know.
Just to control like action of the material plane.
I know.
And as soon as we're seen as useless, they're going to hurt us.
I know.
So let's get the drop on them. Right? And he just looks towards Rex for approval.
Wait. Rex is kind of zoned out, like, what? What did you say?
I mean, I just don't have the brain cells to come up with a plan at the moment. Like, do I just agree and put them under false sense of security, or do we just go no and then we just have to fight them?
Or we could just hit them. Nepper just sort of holds onto his sword.
I mean, if we kill them, I mean, we could technically take over another kingdom.
Well, what do the rest of you think? I think it'd be refreshing to go on the offense.
Are we at full powerful capacity though? I mean, how much magical power do we have left between each other? Like,
I'm barely apt.
so that means
There's just there's the mischievous glint that normally lives in Das's eyes is in Eppa's eyes.
well, Leppa seems to be up for a rough and tumble.
The mark of chaos is spreading.
Yes.
Well, what I'm asking out of character is, are we full on spell slots, or did we even have like a long rest?
Oh, you would have had a long rest because it would have taken you like a few days to get to this point.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Right,
okay.
so
In that case, then,
what? I thought we hadn't had a after the fight with Graben.
I was gonna say.
Oh no, yeah, then this is straight after Graben.
I'll say yeah. I've got a little bit of damage and I'm down all spells. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on whether or not the whole party wants to go ham.
Yeah, because if the whole party wants to go ham.
We're down to TJ, but the DM's looking at the character. He's like, TJ could quite happily go ham.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be fun to actually have a little practice.
Think?
Yeah, I don't mind.
So I just say, just deal in such a dramatic manner, and then charge, or just.
Oh no! Don't give them the moment to react, and I would cast Steel Wind Strike.
Are you sure we can't sort this out?
He's casting.
Wait, sorry, I'm just checking.
Wait,
Is
what?
everyone on board with going on the attack? Because I just sounded like that was about to be a contradiction there.
I mean,
Well,
me as a
Claire,
player, is a little
I didn't even know that we were attacking. I thought we were still talking, but that was.
You know, that is the question.
Into attacking.
we were having a diplomatic discussion about what to do.
Well, basically, short version, they want an alliance that we cannot possibly fulfill our end of. They want to clearly conquer the material plane. I imagine that would piss off your dad. Why
would it piss off my dad?
I thought your dad ruled the seas.
Yeah,
No,
I mean your dad is
Oh.
some affluent.
no. Why were you thinking that my dad was like Poseidon or something?
Mostly because I thought that your character was Ariel, but with an engineering kit.
Yeah, based on Ariel. She's not actually a princess.
Or at least she's a noble guy's daughter. Like he's
No,
like
no.
a lord.
No,
Never has been.
literally never.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
Clearly,
you can enjoy kingdom.
Well, I like how this is like suddenly now just like a.
We just had this assumption that you're of noble blood.
No,
No.
no. When I said I made the character, I based it off of it, Ariel, like the whole coming out of the theatre, but not actually a print. Like
We made some horrible assumptions.
Yeah, you assumed wholeheartedly it was Ariel, but
right.
there was
so,
a
yeah,
Freudian slip there, and I loved it.
I am not going to cast the spell
I've
unless everyone's on board because it feels like picking a fight's a bad fucking idea.
I feel like
Aren't all on board. So,
I feel like
Do you need us to break down how we reach this conclusion?
If you'd be so kind, yes.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So they clearly are coming into this realm to invade it for whatever reason is unclear. They want an alliance because Das has been very public about being a Lord of the Air. I'd have offered to split the material plane with them ruling the sea and Kuma ruling the air. Can't really hold up our end of the bargain there, and they're clearly on the aggressive. And so it's just like, well, if we can fulfill that end, and they are coming to conquer the material plane, and we kind of don't want the material plane to be conquered. One very rational option to stop that is to kill these guys.
Yep.
Which is sort of, that's where my conclusion has reached. But obviously, like...
Also, don't we need to go to the thingy plane? We need to go to the water plane.
I mean, yeah, but we could just walk through the gate. It's not like they're keeping it open.
true. Okay.
I really still don't see the point in fighting them, but
I mean,
Okay.
okay, but I do.
if we need to get to the water plane,
We could
Um,
just ask
what have you?
go to an alliance, I suppose.
I do have an idea. Like, well, it's to make sure that we can bring them back into the plane of water, so that they haven't sort of like although they have like tactical advantage in terms of like I don't know, knowing their area. Okay, what do I have in my bard toolkit? Hold on. Let me have a look.
Wait, why don't we just ask to negotiate the finer details of the alliance back in their palace?
You know what? That is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't understand why we're starting a fight with them if we
My
need
brain
to
went
go to
from
the
one extreme to
plane
the
and
other, apparently.
everything goes
Yeah.
through.
Eppa just
don't
wants to blow stuff up.
Emperor's
Yeah.
pent-up violence from the
Yes.
Right.
Right. After much discussion with my compatriots, we would be honored to join you in this alliance. But we would like to discuss like the finer details of how we could conquer the material plane, preferably in your wonderful palace, your humble abode, your Casa del Mare, as they say.
I like the term Casa del Mare. I think I might name the city here that. Of course, Lord Das.
Ah, fantastic. Lead the way, sir. Lead the way, my lord.
If you would be so kind and follow me through the gate. I warn you, it's still a bit rough around the edges, might get a bit choppy. He turns to the Marids and the two mermaids, and in Aquan he informs them to wait here, reinforcements will be due soon anyway. Just keep the area clear for now. And it's at this point the DM's going to have to theatre of the mind, because he wasn't expecting you guys to talk your way through.
Oh, you were expecting us to fight?
My brain knew you were going to pick violence over diplomacy, and I realised diplomacy then took over. Curses. Also, I made this map like 3 weeks ago, so I was like, I don't have to worry about making the other maps. They're over-prepped. But in any case, so you guys travel through the rift, and you do feel the change in current. It initially tries to fight you quite strongly and force you out, and eventually it relents and you fall, well, not even fall through. You can feel the change in the water temperature, the water pressure, until eventually you emerge into a rather amazing Grecian courtyard. Tall pillars made out of fine marble greet you as you enter the space. It's only 2-3 steps down into the centre of the courtyard, in the middle of which you can see a arcane circle has been drawn. There is clearly the sign of magic having been cast here. There is a corpse of a creature at the centre of this circle. Marrow guards stand ready, armed with Spartan helms, spears, round shields with an interesting depiction on it of a 7-headed hydra with 8 tails.
Oh.
At which point the Marids like, and welcome to the castle of Aegea. Apologies for the mess. My housing staff are currently indisposed, taking care of other duties at this time. If you would kindly follow me. And he leads you through past a couple of the guards into another chamber where a table is laid out. It is carved from one piece of solid marble, and there are little marble stools spaced every few feet or so. And there are no placemats or food set out, but he gestures for you all to take a seat at this banquet table as he takes his own throne, which stands a little bit higher. And it's a rather interesting throne, as it is carved to look like a seashell, but it's in front of a very naked body of Poseidon, and the shell is rather brutally placed. Let's say.
I take it they don't like Poseidon down here.
Oh, they do. Like, the statue is of Poseidon, but like the shell throne he sits in is roughly about where Poseidon's crotch is, but Poseidon is clearly wearing nothing.
Right, okay. I thought it was in a more humiliating manner, not in a hi, I'm literally his seed.
Yeah.
He has a throne of a sword rather than just a throne made of swords and Game of Thrones. Just has one sword on it. It has one sword on it, and he sits on it.
I'm glad you got where I was going with that joke. But anyway, he gestures for we all to sit. So, Lord Death.
Yes.
Do we wish to discuss the final terms of this arrangement?
Well, I mean, if we're going to make an alliance, we gotta make sure that all plans are set so the whole
conquering of the material plane works out in our favor. There are some beings of the material plane who are who have quite expert knowledge of the seas and the creatures that live in it and how to deal with such things. So yes, it's just a case of making sure that we cover all bases to reduce our own casualties whilst leaving a detrimental dent on their side of things.
Most excellent. Now tell me, what forces could you provide from Kumo? Any storm giants? Mighty air elementals?
Eppa's just going to full on interrupt before Das has a moment to say anything. Well, surely we understand our forces and how we can best apply them. And they would have obviously be under the leadership of the Great King Cat. But whilst we understand the geopolitical backdrop of where our forces are going to be coming from, and we're very confident in our political situation, we have no idea as to how you're set up within the water plane.
Well,
politely, for we know, you might be the equivalent of a bandit who's dressing up, getting chased out of the water plane as glorious conquest.
What my associate is trying to say is by combining our strengths, we would be able to cover any vulnerabilities, which I highly doubt you'd have any vulnerabilities of your own. But it's just in the event that the enemy do somehow manage to exploit a hole or a chink in our armor, that we'd be able to prevent it being the thing that would be our downfall.
Oh, I fear this is going to be quite a long discussion. Timothy! At which point, an interesting creature approaches. Think a cross between a marrow and a mermaid.
Oh.
It is something just straight up Cthulhian and horrifying to look at.
Oh my god, are we gonna get into an arranged marriage?
No. Just looks over at Timothy and goes, Timothy, would you be so kind if I shall get some French juice?
French? No.
Yeah, I would be wary about friend juice.
Do you have a map?
No, the DM does not have a map prepared with the water plane. Again, he wasn't thinking this far ahead. He assumed violence was happening this evening.
Narratively, does this guy have a map to demonstrate how chunky he is compared to the rest of the region? That's what Eppa was trying to divert the conversation towards. Is he gonna just get undermined? Sorry, just to say the thing how chunky he is. You get the giggles.
It's a special do you have a map? No, the DM doesn't have a map plan. He was assuming violence. Not political intrigue. Narratively, yes, he has a map.
So how powerful is this guy?
So he conjures the map using a small bit of magic. Yes, he conjures the map.
Oh, conjures. I heard honges, and I'm just like, what? How does one honge something?
like someone who conjures, but it's in a very specific motion.
Oh dear.
Ugh. It's been a long day. Anyways, he produces a map for you. It shows the four major cities of the water plane, which are Aegea, Niflheim, Ko, and Aqua. And each territory is roughly equally balanced. There's a few smaller areas which seem to be acting as like buffer states between the 4 major ones. And at the centre of it all is what's labelled up as the Great Rift. And he explains that like each city has its own area. We agree that no one can take the Great Rift as that is where the Kraken's lair resides. And new Krakens are birthed in one of our cities, and it is then dropped into the rift to become the next elemental plane Kraken. It was meant to be Aqua's turn, but Aqua have what's the technical term? Lost their young Kraken.
Oh.
Do you mean passed away lost, or lost as in misplaced lost?
The second one. It was misplaced. Although I have agents that tell me it was in a travelling circus.
Oh, poor thing.
Wait,
Oh no, you must understand. It's not a poor thing as in, oh no, it's being captured. It's running the circus.
wait.
Oh, well, that's nicer then. I was worried that we might have to go and rescue it, because I couldn't think. I'd hate to think of an animal being used in a circus.
Or tell her about the circuses in the material plane.
I know, but we're talking about real life.
We're talking about circuses in the sea.
Yeah.
Talking about a Kraken that's just basically a walk-in aquarium.
Oh God.
Also a walk-in aquarium. People walk in, they never walk out.
Mm.
So none of these other cities are. Wait. Okay. So one, none of these cities are liable to attack you whilst you're on this expedition into the material plane.
I highly doubt it. Our army is well trained, and we have water elementals forever patrolling the boundary zones.
What about planar instability?
As you say that, there was a slight rumble in the plane, and a few motes of dust begin to fall down. A small bit from the wrath of the Kraken, but nothing the plane won't survive. Hence our excursion to the material plane. And the construction of the joint venture of Castle de Mer.
Yes, Casa de Mer.
What would you like to insight, Eppa?
So my assumption is one of his motivations the fuck away from elemental plane.
So
the whole tenor of the conversation.
So you get the impression that he's not, as such, abandoning the elemental plane. He's just stacking the deck, well, playing his cards so that way, regardless of the outcome, that he's got a backup. Either the elemental plane falls into nothing or into the prime material plane, but in any case, he's got the prime material plane and a little base of operations to run out of.
So I will telepathically message each of the party members. So if we somehow get another Kraken, or at least someone or something that can tie themselves as the pillar of the water plane, then water plane stable, and there wouldn't be any need for the excursion, blah 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 blah. Maybe, I don't know.
Rex just tilts his head as he is thinking. That actually might be true.
Yeah, am I correct in saying that? Like,
That does sound
we
correct
could get.
statement.
I mean,
Sounds
I mean,
similar to how things worked last time.
I mean, telepathically speaking, I'd be like, oh, we could get the Kraken to be our friend, and then we could use it against him. Be like, yeah, we have the Kraken, and we are telling him clearly not to invade the material plane. So unless he wants to have a death wish, then he better do as we say, or we set the Kraken on them.
Just a question. Your splashiness. Why haven't any of the other cities proffered a Kraken? If everyone is raising one.
I suspect this to further insult Aqua and their loss of a Kraken.
Okay. Telepathically, I say to everyone, I have either the best idea in the whole wide world, or I have the worst idea in the whole wide world.
Although, thinking about it, on that note, can I have Eppa, Rex, and Tink give me either nature or arcana checks?
Okay, because I'm not proficient.
Oh god, bad time to roll low.
Okay.
I need to remind myself all the crazy advantages that Rex gets for being a plant hunter. You get so many, it's so hard to keep track.
Yes.
I feel like now for this campaign I need two cheat sheets. One for all your skills, and then one for Rex's advantages.
Not one for my spells.
The spells I can handle.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 rolls with advantages on them.
Good god.
Yeah, but they're like really specific. Like they're all basically like you get advantage when it's relating to Fae, Fiends, and Undead.
Yeah.
But then like your history one is also like every time you touch an object, you can like do grim psychonometry, so you can beautiful mind how this weapon was used.
Yes.
Or as Critical Role puts it, you beautiful mind it.
Yes.
If Rex ever finds his future daughter's sex toy.
Oh no. Oh no. Would it even fit?
What?
Jeez. I don't know. Carry on.
I have questions.
Yes, I'm apparently mentally sane and am able to function like a somewhat normal human being.
The worst thing is though, I've seen Matt Mercer describe how that works, and now I can't shake the combination out of my mind. And Rex's immediate thought is to go find someone with telepathy, and Psionics is just like, I need to pass 2 days in my memory. Gone. Forever. I need to lose 2 whole days.
I love the fact that the nearest person with telepathy is Das.
Yeah, but Das can't alter his memory.
Yes.
Anyway, the highest of you is Rex on a 17. But as a combined total, the 3 of you realise something. It suddenly clicks in the back of your mind. That magic circle. There was a mess in the middle.
Oh. Please don't be a Kraken.
Might have been.
I do kind of remember that.
So, yes, I will eventually get another one. Fine.
Okay, the idea I still have could still potentially work, depending.
At which point as well, the interesting creature known as Timothy returns with glasses for all of you and friend juice.
Oh,
It's
This
just
isn't made of kraken, is it?
no. This is wine.
oh no, it's gonna get us drunk.
Yeah, Eppa just does sort of like that hand thing to be like, no, I don't want anyone.
Those of you that refuse the mirror attack, oh, it's a little thing we have here called ouzo.
So?
It's an alcoholic beverage. It's like a further distilled vodka, I think is the word.
Question.
Does it come in a little glass?
We can provide you with something if that's what you require.
Question. So we're currently in water right now.
Yes.
How are we able to drink anything whilst underwater? Wouldn't the water get mixed in with the beverage and then it would just be a bit weird?
I wish there was a soundboard effect for this, but just imagine me like creating a rainbow between my hands. Magic!
I mean, if it's sippy glasses or something, like sippy cups, maybe. Or like with little like straws, or like one of them like Stanley cup straw things.
Oh, I was going to sound like shot glasses with sippy cups.
Look, we haven't got into the mechanics of how we're
Silly
breathing
straw.
underwater. All we know, it could be gills, it could be a little dome of air, a little bubble of air around us, or we could be just constantly drinking the sea and then pissing it out to filter the air out. We don't need to know the mechanics, we just need to know that the sentiment holds.
You are literally breathing underwater.
Look,
It's going to suck when it wears off.
Look, my mind just goes off on these weird tangents. Don't mind me. Right. So,
It could be even worse. It could be like Terraria, and you decide to wear the goldfish bowl on your head.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, it wasn't anything you could do, and yes, you could drown.
well,
You could actually drown yourself in Terraria, but if you drank the water breathing potion, you'd be fine, because technically you're breathing underwater.
Either way. Right. Well, I will take the friend juice, but I won't drink it. I'll just swirl it in my hands. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
As a kind of like politeness thing.
What are are any of the artifacts reacting to this conversation?
The artifacts right now remain still and quiet. Almost as if coming here has not necessarily disconnected them, but put them in airplane mode.
Airplane.
Waterplane mode.
Waterplane mode.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Okay. So plane mode aside. Okay.
Mechanically, they're still working, but you have no contact to the prime dragons within.
That's fair enough. Okay.
Okay, so just to summarize things, you have no acting treaties with your neighbors, a presumption that water elementals on the borders will detect them before they can do anything sudden, and your army is strong enough to both engage in conflict with any of the undersea powers in the material plane, whilst also being maneuverable enough to come back here to protect your home if circumstances make it that you need to act.
That is correct. That is indeed correct. You are clearly a fine Grand Vizier.
I stick with Quartermaster or Chancellor, but that's fine. It does sort of like a very obvious message to Das. This guy's trouble.
I telepathically messaged back.
Yeah. I feel like we just dug ourselves into a deeper hole than intentioned. We probably should have just killed them right off the bat, but oh well.
How
The
many
DM
guards
messages
were-
you all going, damn right it is.
How many guards did we swim past?
You swam past 6 guards in total.
So far.
There may be more. Think he's well aware, and assuming information was shared, that there are more coming through the portal onto the plane of air to begin construction.
Plane of air.
What?
Plane back to the material plane through the plane of water.
Ah, okay. Gonna say, like, go back on our word. How dare you?
Brain, long day.
Anyways. Well.
Just to. If I need to make an Arcana run for this, fair enough. So, they've created this rift.
Yes.
Which seems to be based off this Kraken ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Would breaking that magic circle break the rift? Or seal the rift?
With your knowledge of Arcana and everything else, it would most likely seal the rift. And it would have to either recast the ritual again, or have a lot of people casting plane shift.
And that means that to get to the water plane, we just have to find another rift.
Yep.
Okay, little out of character plot. So my thoughts were, this is if we think that this is a bad idea, we could go for go back to explode this guy, go back to the portal, assuming the portal doesn't disappear immediately. Just set up something so that we can disrupt the ritual and pop back through the portal back to the material plane, and just be like, right, cool, that's stopped. We need to go finish saving the water plane.
Bearing in mind that he left a couple of his guards back in the material plane guarding the big old hole that he created.
Yeah, we can do that.
Bless you.
Bless you.
And again.
Bless you again.
Thank you.
Alright,
Just-
DM's making notes.
I don't have a time delay bomb.
What do you
unless
mean
one-
you don't have delay blast fireball? What kind of wizard are you?
Unless one of us
The
stays
same one that
behind.
doesn't have fireball. I mean, the alternative is I can actually just teleport work cross plane.
No.
But we do still have that plane shift out.
Yes.
There you do. There is a chance it could take you to somewhere else, though.
That's true. But, you know, better than nothing, I suppose.
So yeah, that's sort of my suggestion for a backup plan. I don't know what. I don't trust this guy.
I mean, I don't either, but I'm having to pretend to trust him to gain his trust so that we can stab him in the back when he least expects it.
But what is there not to trust? He's just a very fat Winston Churchill. Oh, yes.
Oh no. Winston Churchill's now married.
Nothing has ever felt quite so unpleasant.
Anyways. So I will let people know of the plan as soon as we can, I don't know, find a place where we can discuss privately without like listening ears or gills, whichever. So, Yeah, sorry, my poor brain's. I'm trying to think of things to say, but I'm really struggling.
Your mighty splashiness. Do you have a room where we could sojourn to discuss in private after this information? Now that we have an understanding of the political realities of your operation.
I will have a room prepared for you all. I will instruct the house servants to make it breathable and comfortable for you.
Ah, yes. That'll be most gracious of you, my lord.
But in the meantime, he does want to carry on like just back and forthing political shenanigans. Like, okay, so now if we eventually set up Casa de Mer, like, how's this gonna work?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we gonna start trading precious ores back and forth?
Yes. Who
gets first dibs on any ships that crosses into the territory?
Yeah.
What does Tink know about underwater politics? As we've established, Tink is not in fact a princess. I have no fucking clue who rules under the sea.
Oh, god damn it, Rex.
Oh god.
So.
They're certainly swimming about the issues, but everything's going smooth sailing. In terms of water plane politics, same as any other politics, really.
Oh no, I meant undersea politics and the material plane.
Oh, undersea politics in the material plane. Basically, whoever gets there first wins. There's no massive underwater or undersea kingdoms on the material plane. There's a few spots here and there, but it's basically free city.
Oh god, I'm resisting making.
The D6 pass is going to get bigger, you know.
I mean, if we're going to be doing small talk, everyone will probably drop something in along the lines of like, well, thorium and probably quite an effective tool. And he just gets out the tiny little bit of thorium that he still carries on him, just sort of like squeezes it to zap the water.
The zap goes further than you ever see, because surprisingly, water very conductive, especially when there's a lot of salt in it. At which point he points out that, like, oh, we have this really cool stuff. It's called Neptunium, and he like squeezes the ore and it, like, freezes a chunk of the water around it.
Oh my gosh, we totally need to get that stuff for like having nice, cool refreshments.
Look, that's how of my brain.
I got this image of Das, like, full on having like a small little chunk of it, dropping it into his drink, going to drink it, and forgetting, oh yeah, this stuff 0 degrees Kelvin on everything. So now suddenly his ice drink is frozen, and now the straw is stuck to his tongue.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
I'm just imagining, like, you know how like you get those like stone ice cubes now.
Yes.
Yes.
The idea that you can refreeze them. Just one of those is, it's just really impure Neptunium. So it's like, it's not quite as potent, but you just put one of those in a drink and suddenly it's just like...
Ice cold.
Yeah, perfectly ice cold. Put that in... Perfect way to store beer for long journeys.
Yes. Yes. Oh, fantastic. So then
God, I just realised you can really industrialise with this stuff as well, because now you can start doing refrigeration.
We could use that for gelato or ice cream.
I'm just imagining what happens if if you used it as the tip of a bullet, and then it makes an impact on someone.
Oh god, yeah.
And there's like the whole range of the human experience. Gas is thinking like sweet things. I'm thinking like you could refrigerate and transport so much better. And Emma's like warfare would be really devastating. Extreme snowball fights.
It's just like bang, enemy is frozen. There, it's just like there you go. That's better than
I
a hollow
enjoy the finer things in life.
Look, if you get around to making a dagger out of it, I only have one request. It gets named the Spicicle.
Yes. Oh my god.
And I think people don't get that joke of people who play TF2 and hate that thing. Hate it!
But then if it's like a very sharp implement that you can ride, would that be the bicycle?
No, it'd be
No,
that
very
I can't.
cold.
It would be that I can't move my thighs.
Bicycle.
I can't move my bicycle.
I want to ride my thighs.
But for some reason, you make two of the Spicicles, and they come out in rainbow colours.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, is it gonna be like Pink Floyd, like Dark Side of the Moon or something?
No, I was making reference to the bisexuality. I can't remember what the bisexual colours are, so I just meant rainbow.
Pink,
Pink, blue.
purple, and blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. As you said, that it was just generally random discussing. Apple will very much be asking for a sample to put in the.
He will see what he can do. There's not Aegea doesn't have a great repository of Neptunium. It's a very rare thing on their part of the plane.
Oh, we will make it common, alright. We'll make it something. We'll reverse engineer it.
No, please don't.
Wait, no, I'm not a transmutation wizard.
Ah, but Eppa.
I mean, we'll find a transmutation with
Is
it.
Tink? Is Tink an alchemist?
I mean, yeah.
I think I have things, yeah.
Yeah, I think she is.
Oh my god.
There we go. Tink can make Neptunium.
Yes.
Oh my god, we have balls rolling, guys.
See, the thing is though,
I know.
as a physicist, I'm well aware of what actual plutonium is. It's a very unstable isotope. So the only way you're making it is in a fun way.
Oh god. Does it involve a flash of blue light?
It involves a very bright flash.
It involves several kilometers of pipe.
And that too, that's the other fun way. It's just like, yeah, that will get you to particle acceleration and magic. I've run enough Terry Pratchett, it does not go well.
So,
in fairness, like, it would be much more efficient to make a magic particle accelerator than the mundane magnetic one. Because you just have to enchant the pipe. You wouldn't need to create super powerful magnets, you just need to infuse lots of magic in.
that's true. So after this whole back and forth of going off tangent,
Yes.
like
Yeah, so
are
we rejoin you all as you are given prepared chambers. You are escorted off to a little side area where there is space has been cleared out. You can clearly see like they've left a few art pieces hanging on the wall and things like that. As you pass through the doorway of this room, you go from water plane to breathable air.
Oh.
Gills!
wait, never mind.
I was gonna say, don't worry about the mechanics. DM already had mechanics in mind, it just would not go well. You've literally been breathing in water.
Right, so I still got the like beverage of friend juice, which I've not taken a single sip out of.
Mm-hmm.
And Eppa's just cast detect magic. What?
Oh yeah, as soon as I enter this room, I'm casting detect magic.
Yeah.
The entire area is filled with I'm trying to think what the spell is now, is it life? No, I think Pathfinder's one is a life bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's mostly making sure there's no like.
There's no weirdness going on. So you can speak freely and you're not being listened into.
Is the friend juice magical?
No.
Okay, because one of the things I was worried about is that if I so much as drink it, I cast Dominator on you.
No, it's just strong alcohol.
He was going to get me to talk about my life story and all the traumatic things that's happened so far.
That's how many people make friends. Inebriation.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyways, I'm going to put this over here, safe and sound.
Sorry, not you.
But yeah, you'll have time to chat and discuss things.
Right, so it's clear to see that this guy is clearly insane and off his head.
Okay, insane might be putting it a little strong. Clearly, he's an expansionist. How do I put this? Bastard. And
dirty fish boy.
And is primarily responsible for the death of the Kraken that was probably meant to be stabilizing the plane of water. So, he's kind of cause of the problem adjacent.
So, that plan I mentioned before. Oh, sorry, yes. Did anyone mention anything?
I was gonna say, so you are saying they are being a daft cunt?
Being a daft punk.
Lacking foresight, perhaps. Maybe they need to borrow Tink's crown.
So, here is my proposition. Are we still able to somehow summon the Kraken? Or is it just a one-time, single, transactional deal?
I mean, I've still got the book.
Okay, so we could potentially, make a deal with the Kraken, say, hey, okay, so sorry about beating you up and summoning you for no reason, but we got a juicy thing to offer you. We could give you, you could be an anchor to the plane of water. It could just be this awesome, powerful creature.
I don't know how deep that rift is, but I'm going to assume it's deeper than anything that Kraken chills out in. And, well, an epi just basically describes how pressure works on exoskeletons.
Okay, I don't know whether anyone has seen that particular bit in Bluey, but Eppa explaining, the pressures, blah, 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 Kraken, blah, 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 skeleton, blah, 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 blah. Did you get that? No. That's probably what it sounds like. So what you're saying is that summoning the Kraken for the purpose of getting it to be an anchor to the water plane is a terrible, terrible idea.
It might kill the Kraken. But if we put it in the deep rift, the advantage of being a squishy creature is that your skeleton doesn't have to hold up.
Okay.
There are certain pressures where you and I would go, and he just sort of slaps his hands together, flat as pancakes.
I do the same kind of motion as Eppa, just clap your hand. I'm sorry. So we need to find
squishy things handle pressure good, not squishy things handle pressure bad.
Right. Okay. So we need something like a jelly, or a jellyfish,
or a giant squid, or a Kraken.
Fine. Jellyfish probably wouldn't work as well, I suppose.
Okay. A jellyfish would be fine. It just needs to be a giant magical jellyfish.
At this point, the ceiling overhead is just a giant jellyfish bobs by. And TJ just points and goes, jellyfish.
Might need to be bigger than that one.
So we just need to go on the Kraken hunt.
I mean, there is a Kraken corpse we could try resurrecting.
Do any of us actually have the power to resurrect the dead? And if so, why didn't they decide to resurrect Aelin with it?
I don't think any of us can they?
Nope.
So we're going to need to find someone who is able to bring back the corpse of a Kraken.
Okay, wait a minute. First things first, we are currently trapped in a palace with a dude. Solving the water planes problems is a 10 minutes from now problem. The current 10 minutes is, are we sticking around and being nice? Or are we going, shit, this guy's a lunatic and we need to fight him? Or are we being clever?
You just want to really fight someone, don't you?
I really do. I've got pent up violence, okay? But also, this guy does want to invade the sea.
Okay, so we have two goals.
I'm happy to play nice, but I don't know what the purpose of playing nice is at the moment.
So we have two goals. One. We have to get this guy on his own and find some way of preventing him from calling out for help. Because, dealing with him alone, we could probably deal with. But dealing with him and his guards, probably not so much. And as we plainly saw, there's probably a bunch of guards going on. And if we do manage to complete phase, or at least goal 1 of the plan, goal 2 is to convince the entire sea folk of this place that at least one of us is more deserving of being a lord, lady of this part of the sea.
Hang on, what?
And wielding the power to be able to tell the Myrmidons and everyone else to be like, yeah, we're not going to invade the material plane. We're just going to sit back here and actually resolve our own problems. Would that be deserving of a wisdom saving throw to take some psychic damage?
If you want to go ahead.
I feel like the rest of us should be taking psychic damage.
Nat 20. Okay. That's my one good roll tonight, guys.
Strangely, that didn't hurt.
Oh, my big brain idea didn't hurt me. It's great.
Nice.
I don't the guy. I quite happily just disrupt the ritual. Hold on to Foxy's hand and bippity boppity bop back to the material plane. We can use the compass again. He can't find another Kraken.
All right. So,
and if the whole reason we're here is to repair the elemental planes, then I'm more interested in focusing that than making one of us the lord of the Aegea.
Indeed, Aegea.
But it's so much fun.
You're already a king.
No, I never said I was going to be like the Lord of Aegea as well. I was saying maybe one of you guys would like to have the crown.
How much paperwork I don't show you.
Anyway, so it's cool. Okay, so if we do kind of disrupt the ritual and then somehow bamf out of here sort of thing, obviously, okay, so we do have the compass to find another way back into the plane of water if needs be. But these guys managed to tear a hole into the plane. They could probably easily just tear another hole into another part of the sea.
But they needed a Kraken to do it. getting another Kraken will be hard.
True.
I presume they don't. I imagine they don't grow on trees.
I know, but then the water plane will still be a little bit unstable.
Just coming back.
I know.
I mean, heck, we don't even need to necessarily we could use the plane shift to go back to the material plane. Then we could just plane shift into the water plane again. Just not here.
True.
Right?
All right.
You're the one who knows how to use that thing.
Yes.
No, will that work? You're the one who knows how to use it.
You mean the amulet?
Yeah. Like, how quickly can we use that?
Takes an
just a
action
moment.
to activate it.
Yeah.
Doesn't need time to recharge.
Right, let me see. As an action, you can name a location that you are familiar with on another plane of existence. Make a DC 15 intelligence check. On a successful check, you cast plane shift. On failure, you and each creature object within 50 feet of you travel to a random destination. And then you just roll a D100. 1 to 60, you travel to a random location on the plane you named. 61 to 100, you travel to a randomly determined point in existence.
Okay, we minimize the use of the amulet.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, you got a 50-50 chance of not fucking up.
Yeah.
Actually, better than that. 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we got lucky last time. I don't feel like we can get lucky again.
So, do we want to risk it for the biscuit?
Well, we've taken many risks before, and we haven't really got the common sense to not take risks. Why start now?
Well, true.
As the DM in the peanut gallery, risk it for the biscuit. Risk it for the biscuit.
Okay.
I can summon an elemental or some kind of arcane hand, so that we don't have to risk. You don't have to entirely risk it. We can just go back through the portal that we came to and hopefully disrupt the spell on the way out. I just don't know how. Actually, there's a point. This sort of spell, how long does it take for it to collapse?
You reckon it's going to be stable for at least a day, and you saw signs on the water plane side of the rift. They're making efforts to stabilize it to make it a more permanent tunnel.
Oh no, I mean if we destroy the ritual circle, if we disrupt the ritual circle.
Oh, if you break the circle, instant shut.
Not like 10, 15 seconds.
Dude.
Tink, do you have a bomb that works underwater?
Not on me. I don't think I have any bombs.
Epic just opens up the bag of holding, he just shoves his head in, he's just looking for parts.
Disappears into the bag of holding, random bits of junk come flying out.
More or less. I was like, I got tinderbox, I've got thorium, I've got some wood, I've got a hammer. Will a hammer work? No, wait, hammers aren't bombs. I have gunpowder, but it's probably very wet.
No, the gunpowder's fine if it's been in the bag of holding.
So if we're gonna get the gunpowder in a water-safe box, we could probably use that. And yeah.
What about the thorium?
I was thinking the thorium in the gunpowder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna make another wisdom saving throw for that big brain idea.
Do you think you could be able to knock that into a bomb, Tink? Oh god,
I guess so.
But I mean, do you agree? Because that sounds like very much you don't necessarily agree.
4 points of psychic damage, death.
now.
I mean, I don't see the point in. I mean, what are we trying to do? Blow this guy up?
No, we're trying to blow the ritual circle up so that we can close the portal between the water plane and the material plane so that no more invaders can come through the water plane to mess shit up on our side.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, and we can come back in via another hole. Hopefully. And hopefully they won't get a hold of another Kraken.
Yeah. I don't mind. We can do. I can do.
Right. Okay. So that's the plan. Phase 1.
I guess I'm gonna delete my thorium from my bag.
I was gonna say, Phase 1, make the bomb. Phase 2, place it to somewhere nearby where it can explode the magic circle.
One of the feeling next session is going to be like a game of Counter-Strike.
Oh.
You terrorists, you.
Terrorists.
In Counter-Strike, the terrorists are the one to plant the bomb. It wouldn't make sense for the counter-terrorists to plant a bomb. They're not Americans, they're not trying to go for a team kill.
So,
I'm not happy with doing a bomb, but...
Well, we're not blowing people up. We're blowing a magic circle up. We're not going to hurt anyone. Unless anyone is within immediate proximity, then that's on them.
Out of curiosity, but how much thorium did you have?
I have a few shards. It's not a great amount.
Okay.
Probably enough to create... Probably not much more than... Like, the squeezing was like one of the few shards. Like, it's barely a handful. I don't carry that much on me.
That's fine, I was double checking it wasn't like going to be several pounds.
No. But like, so in my mind, the whole thing is, if we want to get... If we can do the whole staying here thing. Totally down for that. I just don't know what the line is. My proposal is let's get the hell out of here, but we also need to get out of here whilst, 1, staying in a group, and 2, making sure that the tunnel gets closed.
Yes.
I don't know if summoning a water elemental will still be under my control the second I walk through a rift. I don't think it is. I think as soon as I step through a rift to another plane, the elementals dissipate, which means that won't be able to disrupt the circle.
Unless you tell the elemental to come through with you at the same time.
Yeah, but it needs to stay there to disrupt the circle. Whereas a bomb on a short time delay kinda does the job. If there's a better option, there's a better option. But that even depends on if everyone agrees with the premise.
I mean, I agree to the premise.
Me too.
Well, I'm going to be outnumbered, so...
Either way.
I don't really see the problem of there being a rift between our world and the water world, but there you go.
Like, essentially, we're trying to stop these guys from trying to invade the material plane and conquering part of the oceans, which technically doesn't belong to them in the first place. That's all it really is. Either way. Okay, so...
Yeah, but you don't have a say over the oceans either, so...
Oh, no, like, of course I don't have a
That's
say over the oceans
the
either.
point, is this... But I'm going to be outweighed on it anyway, so...
Well, I mean, we want the creatures of the ocean to be free as well as the people who sail on the ocean, like, kind of thing, but... Either way,
I say it's better to do unanimity. I'd rather... If you got an idea of what to do, I'm happy to hear it.
Like I say, I'm happy to leave it. I don't see the problem.
Okay, so what do we do instead of leaving
Leave
them?
it. We're already in the water plane. I don't get why. Our goal was to come to the water plane. I don't get why we're destroying part of it to leave it and try to get back in again. It just seems
That is-
utterly ridiculous.
That actually is a good point.
It just seems ridiculous that we're making more work for ourselves when we're here. And our whole goal with the Kraben was to get to the water plane. So, and I don't see a problem with having the rift open. At the minute, you're just making more work for us, so.
I mean, fair. So we just play nice and try and find the real root problem for the planar instability.
Exactly,
let
which
them
is the
put
whole
in.
point why we're here. And you're just causing trouble.
I'm trying to stop them trouble for us later, but point taken. So, how do we find out more?
I think that as rare as these creatures are, we're probably going to need to find a kraken and just essentially just make it part of the anchor, and then but then obviously we also have the problem of this megalomaniac who wants to expand like a little of his power over like the planes and beyond.
I think he's right. It is a secondary concern.
Hmm. Yeah, we're only really just buying ourselves more time, or at least buying the material plane more time.
I mean, the guy's probably going to run away when he sees.
Maybe.
You cut off there.
He's probably going to run away when he sees Eben.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we have a bigger thing to out.
Okay, so
Because if somebody invades, people invade places all the time. We're not out there stopping them.
I mean, we did with those orcs.
Yeah, I mean,
That's because we're in the right place at the right time. But my point is that there's always this going on.
Okay, so
but it,
where do we find a kraken? Not a kraken, a kraken. Is that circus one, or is that the one that you killed?
No, the one that you killed, you suspect, is probably his own. The circus one belongs to Aqua, which is the one they lost, and they're the ones that are meant to drop theirs into the rift so it can grow to a full-size kraken.
well, in that case, then we are going to find a kraken at the circus.
Well, there's Niflheim and the other one.
1 second, Niflheim and Kaio.
Oops.
Right.
Maybe third time's the charm. Can you say that name again?
Kaio. K-A-I-Y-O, but the O's got a flat accent over the top.
Please tell me that's Polynesian.
I believe it's Japanese. I can't remember where I got it from.
Kaio.
It's one of those things where, like, I wrote it so long ago, I can't remember what the basis was.
So, what do we say? Do we just go, right, sorry, nah. We thought twice about the alliance. We're gonna go make sure your plane doesn't collapse. You have fun.
Yeah.
You think that'll work?
I mean, if he wants to fight us over us, like, declining like that part of a deal, then, well, that's more of a him problem as opposed to a us problem.
True.
But yeah, our priority is to stabilize the elemental planes, and it's just putting this like maniac in line is just a bit of a scenic route, as we say.
Yes.
Well, you're the one who speaks the language, Tink.
But I mean, I'm guessing we should probably have some rest so that we're all fired up and we're all like full of energy before we actually deal with this guy, because I'm imagining we're probably not at our full capacity.
I mean, I could do with spending a couple hit dice on a short rest.
Oh, all right then, fair enough. Okay, I just wanted to make sure everyone was all geared up, prepared, and able to perform at their full capabilities. But yes, we could do a short rest.
Well, if you guys want to, you can have a long rest.
Oh.
Uninterrupted once you get all the cool, fun stuff back.
That feels excessive. I think that's excessive. But that's because I'm already down 2 spells.
Oh, it's just more like you can get a good night's sleep if you so wish, which would just be a long rest. But it's also a good point to end the session, so then that way the following morning comes and you guys can begin the next step of your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To which I hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream. A little bit RP heavy, but there we go.
Yes.
RP rather than violence. Despite however many reads I nearly sent to that.
Yeah. It's like Brian expects one thing and we just do the complete opposite.
Yeah, I know. This is the problem. Next week now I'm going to expect you guys to start exploring. Now you're going to start murdering things.
Yeah. More or less.
But in any case, we shall see you all next week for some more D&D. I'm going to head off because, one, I've been awake since 5:30 this morning. I'm very tired. I've torn down a shed this morning as well.
Yeah.
Hey, well done.
Very true.
I did post a picture of it earlier on Facebook. It's gotten flatter since then.
I've been up since past 3, I think.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And took a very couple of hours nap, but still.
So yeah, we're going to disappear. So thank you all for watching.
Yes.
We'll see you all next time for some more D&D. Until then, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.